All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the On The Go show, On The Go podcast, On The Go with Jacob and James.
You just really want to call this the On The Go show, don't you?
On The Go show. It has a nice ring to it.
It does.
Does it not?
It does.
It just sounds good. It sounds good.
I'm sorry to interrupt your intro like that. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
It's James.
Yeah.
These people know me by now.
My co-host James, who's chiming in. I am your other host, Jacob Dantone. This is our Friday edition.
Pew, 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 pew. Freaky Friday.
Oh, I don't have that loaded in, but
Yeah.
I should get that. Should get
that's
a
okay.
Friday sounder.
That's okay. I feel like
You
everyone
don't want
uses that. No, everyone uses that for their podcast. I'm good.
All right. No fun Friday sounds.
Yeah.
That's what James says.
Yeah, I'm good. That's not. That don't make it sound like that's the law. I'm
Well,
just saying.
you know
Like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that.
But it is our Friday edition, and as most of you may have become accompanied with, is our Friday edition is our more pop culture fun show. You know, what's going on this weekend, or how's your week been? So let's start there. How has your week been, James?
It's been tough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really tough. I got so much personal stuff going on, so it's like you try to remind yourself of certain things that you have to do,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's tough, you know. And then on top of that, you got to remind yourself to eat.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like, oh yeah, I got to eat today.
that's the worst part. Is like remembering to eat,
Yeah,
or trying to figure out what you want to eat.
yep.
It's so annoying. It's
Hey,
like a
it's
battle
just-
on a daily basis.
Oh yeah, have you ever just sit in the car or just sit at home and be like, I got to
Yep.
eat today, don't I?
Yep. Or not even like maybe you have dinner planned. But
Oh,
what are you gonna do for lunch?
oh man, that's tough.
You know, it's like, what do I want to do? Do I want to try to find something at home, or do I want to go out and buy something?
Yeah,
It's annoying. It gets annoying.
I think one day at work, I just ate some chips. I was like, that's my lunch for today.
I've done that before.
It's
I know
like,
exactly
oh,
what you're talking about. I've done.
It's like it's not even the fact that I don't have money to eat. It's just
Yeah.
like this is the chips today.
No, I feel that. I 100%.
It's like eating Doritos. Everybody else eating like burgers and sandwiches. I was
Mhm.
like, James, you sure you don't want nothing to eat? I was like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm in my own mind today.
Yeah,
I'm in my own mind.
I get that. My week's been pretty decent.
Oh, that's good.
Not to one up you, James.
Yeah, that's good though, man.
Well, James, I saw Five Nights at Freddy's
Oh
recently.
man, that horse crap.
Apparently, it's controversial. Look, I haven't. If anybody doesn't know, Five Nights at Freddy's is based off a video game where you play a security guard at basically a rundown Chuck E. Cheese, and the animatronics are trying to kill you. On the back end, there's like all this lore in every game that kind of like gets hinted at, in like little mini games or like little cutscenes
Yeah.
like between stuff. So over the years, the lore has been kind of built upon by the fans, because the creator never really confirms so much of the lore. Honestly, my theory is he built the lore around the fan theories.
Because he had nothing else.
Right.
There's nothing else to the story.
There's not. I think he put out the first game, and then everyone was trying to figure out what was going on, and then he just kind of slowly built it up off of that. A little bit of fan service, a little bit of laziness.
A little fan service.
A lot of fan
A
service.
lot
really.
of fan service. And I have no problem with fan service, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, if it's done right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Mario Brothers, I got it. You didn't have a lot to go off of
Right.
at that time.
Right.
You know, and with the recent Mario Brothers movies, it was very successful.
Right.
And it worked. Now, let's see what they do with the second one.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you can only keep doing fan service for so long.
That is true.
You got to introduce a real connection story.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, hey, I think this movie made about 78 million.
Five Nights?
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't looked up the numbers.
I think so. I think it was.
It did a lot. I
It
know
did a
it
lot.
did a lot when it came out.
Yeah.
Because it was, it's been in development for years.
And I could give a bleep about that. I could give a bleep that how much money it made.
Oh, man.
I just don't like lazy movies. I'm sorry.
poor movie.
I don't like lazy written movies.
Yeah. You,
No.
you think it's lazy?
I think it is. From what I saw, it's very lazy.
It's, compared to the first game, I see what they did with it. And I think what they did was interesting, because what they did was they took the backstory from the game and developed it a little bit. Like, hold on.
Alert.
Oh, yeah, spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
I was wondering what the hell you pushing. I was like, what the hell is he pushing?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot he got that now.
But essentially, so in the game, there were, like, the owner of the Five Nights at Freddy's, or the Freddy Fazbear's, whatever, he was killing kids.
Yeah.
He was a serial killer, killing kids. He disguised himself as one of the animatronics.
Yep.
And then it eventually malfunctioned on him, and he got stuck in there. And from then on, he was also like haunting the facility or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so the movie, that guy's still alive, right? The movie, the serial killer guy is still alive. The main character is looking for whoever took his little brother in the past. Just so happens that his career counselor is that serial killer who also took his brother. I'll give you that. It's weird. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like there's so many subplots going on here.
No, I'll give you that one. It doesn't really make sense at the end of it. But the serial killer guy still being alive, when he shows up at the end, like the animatronics are kind of like working for him.
They're working for him.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they shut off the power, reset the power or whatever, and kind of make the animatronics see that, like, no, this guy killed you, and that's why you're stuck in these things. And so they attack him.
Yep.
And that's when the suit malfunctions.
The
That's
suit
how he gets stuck in there.
he gets stuck in there, and it's played by Matthew Lillard, by the way.
Yeah. Old Shaggy.
Yeah, old Shaggy. Which nice comeback for him, right?
Yeah. Well, he's been Shaggy.
Well, I know that, but I'm talking about nice comeback for a movie for him. He hasn't really been into any movies.
That is true. He's just been voicing Shaggy.
Yeah, he's been voicing Shaggy, so that's about it.
Well, he was in that other Scream movie, right? Because he reprised his character. He was a ghost or something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was like a smidget.
Yeah.
That was
also a weird thing. But
that was weird, but that's a story for another day, too.
Right. But anyway, so that's how Michael Afton, I think his name is Michael Afton in the
it's Michael Afton.
Yeah, that's how he gets stuck in the suit in the movie, and I thought that was kind of neat because it's like, okay, cool, I get it, like we get the backstory to how he gets stuck in the suit, and he's like the main antagonist of the whole franchise.
I just don't like where you're going right now. It's like, because you sound like you're like a low rental type person. They're like, oh yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's like a low rental.
Oh, okay. I will say probably watch it on Peacock and not take yourself to the
most
movies
definitely.
to see it.
Most definitely.
But I think in terms of what they could do from the lore from the game, I don't think they did a bad job. I think part of it's just high expectations from the fan base.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, we've been waiting for years for this.
Well, they're happy with it, I think, for the most part.
Are they?
Yeah, I think I mean, 78 million.
Oh,
I mean, they're happy about it. I think it's just the casual people are just kind of like, okay.
Right, because you're like, what is this? But also, at this point, mind you, we've had the Banana Splits horror movie that came out that was basically the same story. They were animatronics and they were killing people.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that Willy's Wonderland with Nick Cage.
I haven't saw that, but I did want to see that.
It's very good. It's funny.
Is that on Peacock?
I think it's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Okay,
yeah,
I'll
but
check that out then.
It's funny in the sense that Nick Cage does not talk in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just doing his job in the movie.
So Willy's Wonderland is just like Freddy, like
Willy's
Five Nights at
yeah,
Freddy's.
it's pretty much Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
And it's upsetting because Five Nights at Freddy's like fought so long to become a movie that all these other people were able to come in and make a movie's based
probably better
around
too,
it.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, overallly better.
Yeah, in a matter of opinions.
Yeah.
But no, I do actually think Willy's Wonderland is a lot better.
I'm gonna have to watch that one.
You should. I actually recommend that. That could be a have you seen this segment? In the future.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind doing that one.
If whenever you have time, watch it, and that'll be a segment on the show.
Yeah, I've definitely been wanting to watch that one.
Yeah, so better time than anything to watch it now and review it on a podcast.
You can watch out this taste of Five Nights at Freddy's out of my mouth. They are doing it. Have you seen the Chuck E. Cheese version of it? They have a Chuck E. Cheese version. I only seen a split of it. So Chuck E. Cheese has a kid-friendly version of Five Nights at Freddy's.
What?
I haven't seen the trailer. I only seen like a poster for it.
What?
It was like a promotion.
This can't be
for
real.
It. Yeah, you can check it out.
Well,
see if you can Google it.
Hang up, yeah.
Five Nights at Chucky's. Which, when the concept first came about these robots and a pizza parlor coming to life, I was okay with it because it was like I thought it was just something simple to the point. They'd be like killers and monstrosities because they're always been somewhat creepy, but I never thought it was gonna be like that. Like Five Nights at Freddy's, like what's got all this deep interconnection of movies and people trapped in the damn machines.
The lore for the games get really convoluted, and a lot of people, because the games are still coming out,
yeah.
But I think the original creator dropped off around like the 6th main game.
Oh, so it's different people making them now.
Yeah, and a lot of people actually see the 6th game as like the definitive end.
Yeah.
And I've seen the story on the 6th game, and it does kind of have an end. Essentially, the owner's business partner rounds up all the robots and then burns the place down. And then he makes a big speech, and it's a really epic. I don't want to say epic, that's overused, but it's a really cool speech because he's talking to each of the ghosts that are stuck in the animatronics, and then he's talking to the serial killer guy, as he's burning up, and then it's just like a nice end.
Yeah, nice ending to the actual story.
To this very convoluted, like, weird story.
So let me ask you this: as you try to dig up this Five Nights at Chucky's thing, do you think they're going to make obviously they're going to make a sequel off of it? Do you think they're going to do like a franchise from it, a franchise movie?
I mean,
going to see what they can do with the next one and hope, cross your fingers on that one.
That's a good question. I think they probably will try to do a franchise because the guy who created the game was heavily involved in the movie.
So it's going to be like a Resident Evil situation?
I hope not.
I hope not either, because we see how those movies went.
I always want to say give movie franchises 3 movies and then end it at trilogies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you find it yet?
I'm seeing a bunch of articles about apparently Chuck E. Cheese is blocking people who are comparing them to Five Nights. It's Chucky's Five Nights of Fun.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so this article is from the Mary Sue. Chuck E. Cheese is blocking people who compare their Five Nights of Fun event to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Well, why would you name your stuff Five Nights? You knew that movie was coming out at the same time.
They knew
what they were doing.
They knew exactly what they were doing. So I don't think they were doing a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Many commenters online have noted that the event seems to be Chuck E. Cheese's way of profiting from the attention surrounding the upcoming Five Nights at Freddy's film.
They're right.
Without actually partnering with Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, they're absolutely right.
The company also went so far as to make its flyer look like a movie poster, complete with a starring section listing all the characters and a G for general audience's rating.
And that's what I seen. The poster.
That one.
That's what I seen right there. I was like, this looks like Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, it's for an event that they did, and now they're trying to act like they didn't get it.
Please. Oh, stop it. Chuck E. Cheese.
Come on, Chuck E. Cheese. You're better.
Get it together.
Your pizza's not even that great.
No, it's not. That pizza's horrible.
No.
It's always thin crust.
Mm-hmm.
They don't believe in thick crust.
I think you can get it delivered now or something.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
can.
Or you can buy it at store. I don't know. You can.
Because you can't have just grown people going in there getting Chuck E. Cheese. Getting Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Yeah. No, you really shouldn't.
You really shouldn't. You especially live in Houston. All right. Also, there's another topic. And I know we didn't cover this over the prep. But
surprise
about
topic.
Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, what's going on?
It was just a little smidget. I saw something about it, a little article about it, and they're not bringing back this franchise.
I hope not.
Yeah.
They ruined that franchise so fast.
Well, the first one was good.
The first one was great. They had a great, fun idea.
Mm-hmm.
It was really neat. You introduced a different school in a different country.
Yep.
And you had the cool Fantastic Beasts or whatever. And it was great for an anthology series.
It felt like it was going that route.
But they didn't. They continued to make the movies and then forced the Beast in there, but also at the same time they tried to bring it back to the Harry Potter stuff, and it's like, you guys already, we're done with Harry Potter.
Did you like the Johnny Depp villain?
Which one was he in? Was he the second one?
He was in the second one. I thought he was okay. I thought he was cool. I know a lot of people are Johnny Depp
I think I
fans.
liked Eli. Not Eli. I was gonna say Eli Roth. No, the guy before him. Crap, what's his name?
I know you're talking about.
He's Penguin.
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. Yeah, I liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Really liked him. And I did think it was neat. They had him like a different actor every time.
Yeah,
and
which is smart.
I know partly some of that was
because of the Johnny
Depp
Depp stuff. Yeah,
but I think it was smart because it's like, oh, cool. We don't actually know what this guy looks like.
Yeah,
because he's
like a man of
so
mystery.
many times. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I thought that was interesting. And then the third movie ends at a stolen election.
But I actually like the third one. The third one's actually better. I actually did like the third one. Compared to the second one, the third one was actually better, but no one watched it because at that point in time,
everybody was done with
it. Hey, so yeah, you saw the third one, then apparently you didn't like it.
I did not.
Okay. See, I actually like the third one. I actually thought that the Dumbledore, played by Jude Law, they should have done more with that character. I actually cared more about him than I care about Newt.
Yeah,
because I didn't care about Newt at all.
Well, no, you care. I mean, you care about him in the first movie, but that's because it's his movie. And then afterwards, he's like a side character. I cared more about
his friends.
Yeah,
his friends were more cooler than he was.
His friends were way more interesting.
Yeah, they had way more good backstory to him.
Yeah, and then you're right. Dumbledore was more interesting, especially because they do the backstory with him and Grindelwald and stuff like that. And
it's kind of like the relationship,
and
stuff like that. They showed. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. I kind of like where they're going with this.
Yeah,
but so reason why I bring it up is because, do you think they should do something more with the Harry Potter galore, or should they just stop and just because Warner Brothers has the rights to Wizard Waverly, so you know.
Yeah. I
don't know, not Wizard Waverly. It's,
the world, the wonderful world of Wizarding,
yeah,
or whatever it's
it
called,
is, yeah.
Wizarding World of Harry Potter. There we go. We can't speak.
No,
we're in the wrong profession.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've stated before. I usually back when creators kind of mess with their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I said that about Chucky. You know, I brought up George Lucas. J.K. Rowling is kind of the same person, right? She owns the Harry Potter stuff.
She does.
And if she wants to ruin it, up to her. However, in order for this franchise to actually continue and take off, someone needs to take it away from her. Not because, like, the controversial opinion she's had, but just because these last 2 movies they put out are huge examples of, like, you can't build, like, you can't expand your world. You did so great with the Harry Potter stuff, and you do, because, like, she'll go in and she'll add little tidbits, right? Yeah, she'll go in there and be like, Professor McGonagall did this and blah 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 blah, and people eat it up. Yeah. But then when it comes time for you to expand your universe that you've hinted at, there's other schools, there's other countries, like you've hinted at all
which
this stuff.
I would have rather have done that more than this Fantastic Beasts thing.
Yes, and I think most Harry Potter fans who aren't stuck with Harry Potter would love to see that.
Yeah, they would love to have seen more of that.
Right.
You know, because Fantastic Beasts was trying to be Harry Potter, the next version of Harry Potter.
Right.
And it just didn't work.
No, because they took it in, like, the weird direction.
Yeah, they took it to a very weird direction.
You know, like, I mean, you could do a whole movie just based on Quidditch. You could do a whole, like, there's so many subsections of that world that you can just do a movie about. Like, you don't even have to be in school anymore. You can do the Wizard Cops, or you can do, like, the Dragon Tamers. Like,
well, that's the same thing we always say about Star Wars going.
Yeah.
Like, you
get
can
away
take
from
these different,
Skywalkers.
Yeah, get away from Skywalkers and do something different.
Yeah.
So I just saw, like, a little tidbit article about it, and, you know, I think it was on Deadline or whatever, and yeah, it was just something that's kind of interested me, because Fantastic Beasts was just always something that just always boggled my mind, how they fumbled that franchise.
Me too. I don't understand it.
It will always be the biggest myth between Melvin and the Universal Dark Universe. Those two things will always be on my mind. Is like, where did they go wrong with this?
Oh, the Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Oh.
So between those two things, I always wanted to know.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was just a little small tidbit I want to talk about.
The next topic you wanted to talk about
is South Park.
South Park. So what's going on with South Park?
So they're doing like this Pandaverse, kind of like Spider-Verse, where what's his name, Carmen, yeah, he goes into another dimension, and he sees the other versions of his friends as women, and they're diverse women,
right?
And they're supposed to be talking about diversity in movies, and,
right,
and TV, and they've always been very equal when it comes to these things. They've never been the type of people that's been like always hit on one side.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched it yet. I know there's a trailer for it. This is like a special.
Yeah, I haven't seen the teaser, so I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah.
I am curious about it. I've seen
a new exclusive event with all your favorite South Park characters. There's Cartman.
I had explosive diarrhea all night.
Stan.
Dude, school is going to be so awesome today.
Butters.
Oh, hamburgers.
And oh my God, they killed Kenny.
I like big boobs.
How does this even make any sense?
It makes perfect sense. I think the problem is you. South Park, new exclusive event streaming October 27th exclusively on Paramount.
I think that was another trailer out.
Yeah, that was more of a teaser.
Yeah, that was more of a teaser.
Find the other trailer.
Are you into South Park?
You know, I used to watch it
a lot. Were you like an admin or just like casual?
Not a lot. More like casual.
I got you.
And I played the games. I played like the 2 games. No, the one
video
game.
Games?
Yeah, they have the first one was Stick of Truth. So the story of the games was like you played the new kid in town, so you got to create the kid the way you wanted to look or whatever, as far as South Park characters go. And everyone's playing like wizards and soldiers or whatever. So you know you're a knight or you're a wizard and blah blah blah. It's almost like an RPG, but like South Park.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So they had that, and then the second game they made was the Fractured Butthole.
Jesus.
Like BUTWHOLE, but it's, you know, when you say it, it's funny.
It's butthole.
Yeah. And that was like based off superheroes. So like that took place after the first game, and basically what happened was you beat the first game, and then it's the next day, and they're like, "Oh, we're playing a new game." So now you're still the dumb new kid. So, you know,
I don't know. I never was a big South Park fan.
yeah.
I think last time I saw him, I saw the movie.
Oh, the 1999 movie.
1999 movie.
Yeah.
And I just never was a big fan. I got the jokes. I was like, I don't want nobody to say, oh, you're stuffy, you don't get the jokes.
Yeah.
No, I got it because Beavis and Butthead did the same thing.
Right. No,
And I watched Beavis and Butthead long before South Park. So, but with this thing, they're talking about Kathleen Kennedy, and of course Disney is always going to be the forefront of, criticism.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to talk about a little bit of there's always some things you can find on both sides that can be right.
Right.
Diversity. Are you doing it right? Are you doing it for the money? Or are you doing it because
right?
You're doing it because of the right reasons. And if you are, you point out the racist people that do not like either war.
Yeah.
So some people are trying to say, oh, you got one side saying, oh, well, they're sticking it to all the woke people. No, they're actually talking about you too.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about woke people and you.
Right.
So it ain't like they're just talking about one prism of people.
Right.
And I just want to know where you're going to watch it or not.
I'm probably not, because I saw the title and I saw the concept of it, and I'm just like, I'm to this point where I'm just tired of people talking about woke stuff, or like even the pandering. And
Me too.
I'm tired of this argument. I'm tired of the conversation about it.
Me too.
And I understand, like, sometimes it's a little annoying in some situations.
It is.
There's arguments to be made on both sides of, the viewpoints or whatever. But
both sides make good points.
Right. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, watch something else.
And that's how I am too at this point. I'm like, I'm just done having this discussion about all of it.
Yeah.
If people want to do a TV show and say, they're talking about how smart it is and how
Right.
it's just like, oh, this is great TV or a great special, cool, whatever.
Right.
I just really don't care no more.
Right. And also, I feel like, as far as like pandering or like diversity in shows goes, the writing for it has gotten a lot better. Because
it has.
Because like 6-7 years ago, like 2015, 2016, right around the time where like they were really starting to like go in heavy on this on these sort of things. The way they wrote characters back then were really just, here's a black
horrible
character, and all there are is black, and whatever.
That's true.
Here's a
You're
gay,
right.
yeah. It's like, here's a gay character, and all they are is gay. They
Just
just talk
gay.
about how gay they are, and
Especially
blah, blah,
in
blah,
like
blah.
comedy movies, like those comedy parodies.
Right.
And now I did know Daredevil did it, and
Right.
Daredevil did it cool.
Yeah.
Remember when they made Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I had no problem with that. But
Right.
then like they would have like these comedy movies, and would always have like the black guy be like this. He was amongst his whole white group of kids.
Yeah.
And he was just like a hood guy.
Yeah. The stereotype.
He was a stereotype guy.
Right.
So, and Kathleen Kennedy has also garnered a lot of criticism because people are saying like, oh, did they go too far on Kathleen Kennedy on the show?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know. I just really don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I do not like how, what's his name? Was Finn?
Oh yeah.
I don't like how
Wars.
that character was done.
Because they started him off so interesting.
Oh, he had a great backstory.
And then, well, part of that is because they didn't have the movies planned out. J.J. Abrams even said he didn't plan the trilogy out, and that's why we got the weird new trilogy that it was today. Which is weird because like this is Disney, the same company who planned out or at least had a good outline of the MCU up until Endgame.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
But yet you couldn't plan out the 3 Star Wars movies.
But you know why? Because you had one person at the top that was making all the decisions, and he was the de facto person. Now you had other people that was with him.
Yeah.
Now, I can't give you all those names of those people that worked with him, but he was the de facto leader.
Yeah.
So that wasn't like a lot of cooks in the kitchen telling you to do this and do that.
Right.
So when those diverse movie roles and all those different things, he made sure everything was layered specifically right.
Right.
Now, with Ms. Marvel or Captain Marvel, people are going to have their criticisms about Brie Larson, whatever they want. It's stupid. I don't really get it. I don't really care to get into it.
Yeah.
I'm still going to watch the movie.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to bring that up to your attention. I know this was we kind of went all over the place with this topic with South Park, but I just wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to ask you where you're going to watch it, because I'm not going to watch it.
No, I mean...
I might watch it. I'll take that back. I might watch it.
Well, one of us has to now.
Somebody has to watch it now since we talked about it. So
But,
I guess I'll be the one to fall on this sword.
I didn't have any interest in watching it just because I was like, okay, like I can already tell where this is gonna go.
Where it's gonna go.
And I don't know. And like you said, South Park does like hit at both sides. They've always been really good about like no one is safe.
Yeah, no one is safe.
You know, it's just I don't know. It's like I've just gotten past South Park.
Me too.
You know,
me too.
So
same thing for me and Beavis and Buttheads. You know, I've been stuck watching Beavis
and they're
Butthead.
bringing that back. Or they did a
did bring it
movie.
back,
I think
yeah.
they're doing a show too.
The movie was good.
Yeah, the new one.
The second one, yeah.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you did.
No, maybe I need to go back and check those out.
Somebody I was
Yeah.
talking to that saw that movie, but it's really good. The second one's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I have to check it out. I know, like they played clips of it on the radio shows
Yeah.
where it's like they're learning about white privilege or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like explaining to him like, "Oh no, white privilege is when you think you can do whatever you
That's
want."
what we talked about. That was in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they were, and then they were like, "Oh, cool, get out of our way. We got white privilege."
Mhm. That was a funny scene.
I thought
man.
that was funny too.
That was a funny scene. You got to watch that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to check it out. Maybe I will.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check it out.
I think you probably like that more than like you like the South Park.
All right, I'll hold you to it. I'll check it
Yeah.
out when I have some time.
Yeah, no, without a doubt.
Chucky and Gen V updates. Which one do you want to hear about first?
Gen V.
All right, Gen V. So I haven't seen the finale yet, and at this time the finale should be out. So I'll have to watch it so I can fully give my report next week. But
Yeah.
Gen V, I finally finished the half episode that I started, and I finished the next episode after that. And there's been a revelation that the
Alert, alert, alert.
Oh my God, this is gonna be an everyday thing. Again.
every time
Oh my God.
you liked it, I
liked
have
it
you
at first,
on
but-
recording.
Yes, I know, but now that you play it, I'm just like, I don't like this. I really don't like this. That's cool. Hey, it's cool, man.
All right.
Hey, let's go.
All right. Anyway, so you find out that the school that they're going to,
Mhm.
surprise, surprise, the school's not for them to study. The school's there for the humans to study the soups.
Of course, yeah. I kind of figured that.
Yeah. So it's revealed that while all the soup kids were going there, on the back end, they were trying the faculty administrator people who I guess aren't soups. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they've been trying to develop a way to kill the soups
Oh,
because the dean of the school, and you've said you've only seen the first episode.
I only seen like the first episode.
Okay, I don't remember if the first episode ends this way, but there's a plane that Homelander takes down. Like he lasers it. It's a whole thing.
God, the dude's horrible.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No,
I don't remember if it was in that first episode.
no, I don't think so.
I feel like it could have been because I think that was like it's that moment where it's like, oh,
yeah,
you know,
he did this.
yeah. So anyway, there's a plane he takes down.
Mm.
So the dean of the school, her husband and child were on that plane.
Oh wow.
Right. So now she's kind of like the Billy Butcher of the show.
Understandable. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Right.
That's a cool character.
Right. So now she's been funding this way to like kill the soups, and they've developed a virus that'll like actually take them out. And the soup kids find out, and one of them who does like mind control stuff, she finds out she's manipulated by the dean to basically stop the other kids from finding out. And so she retaliates against the dean, makes the dean kill herself. And then the end of the episode was like Kate is her name.
Yeah.
So the episode ends with Kate telling all the other soup kids like, oh, they want to kill us. We have to, like, we're better than them. We're stronger than them. Like, we got to fight them. And our main character, Marie Moreau, the blood girl, she's like, no, we don't need to do this. Basically, and I've seen an article talking about this before, that it kind of sets it up to be almost like a Magneto Professor
Well,
X
that's what I was
situation.
thinking. Yeah, I was thinking as you talking, I was like, this kind of sounds like Magneto and
Right.
Charles Xavier.
Yeah, and so it kind of sets it up to be, I guess, like a messed up version of that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because the way the show does it is like, you watch The Boys, the whole point of The Boys is for them to kill the soups.
Like you already know, it's point blank and simple.
Right, so you're like, all right, cool, they're working on a way to kill the soups. In this show, they've developed a way to kill the soups, but now the perspective is flipped. So it's like you're not supposed to be on the side of, the people who want to kill the soups. Like, while you're watching the show, you're supposed to be on the side of the soup kids, essentially. So it's an interesting way that they flip it for you
That's nice
to see it from that perspective.
Yeah.
But also,
So Sonic's getting better. What it sounds like.
it is. It's finally getting better.
Yeah,
Yes,
there
it
you
only
go.
took most of the season. But it's interesting because in The Boys, you learn that the superhero powers are all manufactured, right?
Yeah.
It's like a serum that they give you when you're a kid, and then you get superpowers.
Which
right?
I actually kind of like that too, by the way.
Yeah.
Instead of them just inheriting their powers.
Yeah, that's not all freak accidents.
Yeah.
That's just like PR stuff.
Yeah.
They're actually they were all regular humans and they were experimented on, and now they're soups. And you find out that a bunch of these people's parents just like took a bunch of money from Vought, gave their kids the serum, and it was kind of like a crapshoot. Like they could either get real cool superpowers, or they
get
could
a crappy superpower,
or a crappy superpower, or they could kill you in the process.
like walking through walls.
Yeah,
Who the hell want that type of power?
yeah, right. I don't know. It could be kind of convenient, but
No, it's not.
all right.
No, it's
well,
not, Jacob.
not a
even little bit.
superhero, but like I don't know. You don't got to open doors. Anyway,
That's not a good power, man. But just keep going, man. That's not a good power.
anyway, so you feel bad for the kids because you know they never asked to have superpowers.
Yeah, they didn't ask for it.
Their parents gave them the serum, and then that's how they get powers. And some of our main characters discover their powers in horrible ways. Either like the main girl, she killed her parents on accident.
Kind of like Jean Grey.
Right, and the mind control girl, her backstory was how she discovered her powers was they were on a family trip. Her little brother was annoying her, and she grabbed the little brother's arm and said, "Why don't you walk in the woods and never come back?"
Whoa.
And that's what happened.
That's cold-blooded.
Yeah.
So the child never came back.
Never came back. They never found him. But, I mean, she didn't know. That's how they found out she had powers. But then her parents treat her like she's the freak. But it's like, you guys injected her with the stuff.
Yeah, so because not like X-Men where you're born with a chromosome, extra chromosome.
Right.
Like, come on, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then,
this sounds really cool.
yeah. So the backstories do get a little interesting. Or like there's a girl who can like shrink and grow in size. But the caveat is in order to shrink, she's got to like binge herself. Like she's got to throw up.
That sounds horrible.
In order to grow, she's got to eat a lot.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Awful. And she hates doing it. But there is like a little story with her in the beginning of the show. But
Ant-Man is much better.
I know, right? Just
It's
a suit.
This is a suit and just that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So anyway, you kind of feel for these kids. But it's just interesting because they're like, okay, cool. You set up these kids. But at the same time, like, if you watch The Boys, we want the soups to die.
Yeah.
But, well, I mean, we don't really want all soups to die, right? You just want the 7 to get...
Because there are a couple good soups in The Boys.
Right, exactly. And so I think it's doing a good job of kind of making you see both sides of the situation.
I'm curious to see how this thing all plays out because eventually they're going to transition to The Boys, right? All these people.
It's supposed to
all
lead,
these kids.
like the last episode is supposed to lead up into The Boys.
Okay, so it'll be like a Civil War type deal.
I suppose so. So I don't really know how far it's gonna go, and there is a second season coming. So I really don't think it's gonna end like the way the comics did. Because the way the comics ended was, again, spoilers. I'm not gonna play the thing because now James doesn't like it.
Oh, you can play it. You can play it. It's on the board. Play it. I have no problem with it.
But how the comic ends is the boys are going to fight all like the school, right? Because in the comics, the boys infiltrate the school. The students find out about it. It's Huey who infiltrates it. So they find out about Huey, and then Huey is actually trying to defend the students from the boys because he's like, hey, look, they're actually good. They're not all bad kids, right? And then that's when you find out they've all been groomed and brainwashed by the principal guy. And they're all like, no, we're going to fight and die for our principal no matter what. And so the boys are heading to fight this whole school of like superhero people. And then Vought comes in and just like machine guns all the students.
Now, if they had that in the TV show, that would be dope.
Right. But I really don't think it's going to end that way.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing if it did.
That would be
brutal.
A dope season finale.
Right. Brutal and gruesome. But I don't think it's going to go that way. But we'll see. So that's Gen V, right? Yeah. We're going to put that on the shelf.
All right.
So
bye, Gen V.
So Chucky update.
Spoiler alert.
Alert. Alert. Alert.
There you go.
Chucky, right? He's in the White House. We know, like, the voodoo god has, like, abandoned him or whatever, and he's dying. So, in this episode, our 3 main characters show up to the White House to this Halloween party because they're gonna go confront Chucky. Chucky's running around dressed like the Phantom of the Opera.
Jesus Christ.
And he's, like, eluding them the whole time. And so, they're trying to get to him or whatever, and I'm just going through this kind of quickly because it's not not a lot of details, right? It's
not.
Chucky, right? So the episode ends with like Chucky dislodges a chandelier and it falls and it kills like a bunch of people. And the episode ends with Chucky trying to do the voodoo thing again. He's like, hey, I gave you 12 sacrifices. That's like 6 more than you needed. You know, give me my immortality back or whatever. He doesn't get his immortality back. The surprise is he takes off the Phantom of the Opera mask. And first of all, he's wearing like a little Chucky wig and the mask. It's all together.
Funny. I know that's got to look funny.
Takes it off and he's like old. Like he's old Chucky.
Yeah, okay, I heard about this. Okay. So, as you know, there's a friend that also loves Chucky.
Yes.
He told me this at work a couple days ago. He was like, Chucky's getting old.
Yeah.
I was like, really? That's a pretty good thing there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm still going to watch the show or not. But I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's a different type of story that I didn't think they were actually going to do.
No, it took a real good turn. Where I'm like, oh no, this does feel definite then. Because if you're going to just have him like get old like this, you know, I mean, it would be pretty crappy to end the season with him being like, no, I'm young Chucky again, and season 4 is coming next year or whatever. So again, I don't know if it's going to end after the season. I imagine you do the season and then you pick up with the movie. Yeah. I really do want them to do a Andy Chucky final showdown movie. I think that would be cool.
I think that would be a lot better than Friday Night at Freddy's.
Yeah, for sure. Well, especially because they set up Andy as such like a prepared kind of badass. Yeah. You know, like in one of the movies, I think one of the newer movies that came out, Chucky mailed himself to Andy's house and Andy was ready for him. So I think I would love to see a movie with him and Chucky going at it. But basically that was a mid-season finale. Right, we don't get another piece of it until next year because the writer's strike happened while they were in the middle of production. So they wrapped up production, put out the 4 episodes. Yeah, true. They put out the 4 episodes they were done with, and now we got to wait for the next 4.
Might not get that. It's probably to like 2025.
No, it is coming next year because they did a teaser.
Oh,
they have the teaser ready. I think it's coming out in like the spring.
Oh, okay.
But the teaser seems to set up with like. The teaser trailer. I'll play the teaser trailer.
You want to play the teaser trailer?
I can do that. Yeah. Right. Why not? We're playing all kinds of audio.
They can't see it, but they can hear it.
We're playing all kinds of audio today.
Yeah. We're getting interactive.
I'm dying, Tiff.
Pull yourself together. You're Chucky, the killer doll. I say, go out in a blaze of glory and take as many as you can with you on the way out.
They think they're seeing ghosts?
How is he still so able to stay so physically? So physically, he's getting so old.
Right? I don't know. But the guy they showed at the end, that's Brad Dourif.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
okay.
I guess...
I've seen him.
Right. So I guess in the back half of season 3... they're gonna actually bring Chucky back, like as a person, or maybe he's a ghostly form. I don't know.
Will it still be Chucky though if we bring him back as a person?
That is true. That is very true because the doll is Chucky now.
Yeah, the doll is Chucky. Yeah,
but
that's what we know him as.
Right, but I think it's still cool that they're like, oh hey, like we're gonna bring Brad Dourif on set to be Chucky again for a little bit. I mean, he's always Chucky, but
I didn't know Brad Dourif was still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's still doing the voice. His daughter is in the Chucky show.
And it's going to show you how much I don't watch the show that much.
You got to get on my level, James. You got to.
I'm just not into Chucky.
I know.
He's a cool character. Don't get me wrong. And I did like the last Child Play movie that came out.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, the Android. We did talk about that. And I really, really like that movie. I know they're not going to do a continuation to it.
Right.
But I still liked it.
I think what it is like Chucky traumatized me so much as a child.
As a kid.
That like I have now just. You know,
which I never
gotten used to it.
I never seen someone that was scared of something run to it.
He creeps me out.
but you ran right back to it. He creeps
me out. I need to know how to fight him if he ever comes alive. You know what I mean? Like I gotta know.
Good luck.
Apparently, right?
Apparently he's got voodoo involved now,
right?
Which I did see his girlfriend. The friend that we know. He showed me a picture. He showed me a video of it.
She was doing voodoo stuff.
She did voodoo stuff, and the cook. Oh man, that was brutal. The cheese grater, man. The cheese grater is what got me.
It was brutal, but also they made it so silly.
They did make it silly.
But it was a brutal scene, and that was interesting too. I like that they're incorporating more voodoo stuff.
Yeah, because
it's something that was forgotten for a little. I guess it's never really gotten permanently forgotten, but it's definitely been like on the back burner of like Chucky lore.
Because they started doing it with Bride of Chucky. That's when they really started doing a lot of the voodoo stuff.
You're right. That's
I
when they
wanna
kind
say.
of got back into it because
Mhm.
the first movie they had it, and then Bride of Chucky they brought it back.
They
and
brought it
then-
back.
Yeah, and then like the two reboots, the one
Seed of Chucky and
yeah, and then the Curse of Chucky.
Curse of Chucky.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
wasn't
know,
really
they're
there as
probably
much.
in order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's it. That's it for the Chucky, and that's all the Chucky updates I'll have until the next part of the season rolls around at the end of the month or end of the. I don't know, whenever it comes out.
Yeah, whenever it comes out.
Yeah, whenever it may be.
Eventually.
So, I mean, I think that's it for the show. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I think we clocked in some good hours.
You know, just to remind people out there, we have an email,
Mhm.
onthegopod2023@gmail.com. Please, if you feel like you want, send us an email, topics, questions, comments, concerns, all that kind of stuff.
Q&A as well.
Q&A as well. We have a Q&A section on our episode. So on this episode, if you go into our description on Spotify, there will be a question. I don't know what the question is going to say yet, but there will be a question. Please answer it. We'll read it on air for you.
Your name will not be on there, so you don't have to worry about it.
It
It's
will not.
anonymous.
Anonymous. Even
Yes.
if it says your name, I won't read it. Unless you
won't
want me
read
to.
it.
Therefore, if you do, just email us. We also have an Instagram, On The Go with Jacob and James, all one word. You can follow the pod on there. You can also follow James at
James at 9794.
And you can follow me at jacobdantone.audio on Instagram as well. I'm on the go. You're on the go.
We're all on the go.
We're on the go. See you later, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.